Welcome back, everybody, to Iowa Boys Chatter, where Iowa literally what?
Flows through the veins, baby.
Yes, it does. And I think we need to talk. People don't know where that came from.
No, I think everybody thinks we're just being ridiculous.
Yeah,
I like to show off my forearms.
So I drink, I think it was me that started.
Yeah, you did, 100%.
So I drink a tea every morning at work. And if I don't have my tea before the work day, I feel like shit. So every time I get a tea, we'll be walking together. And I think one day I looked at you and Noah and I go, you see this shit pumping through my veins right now? It's been an ongoing joke ever since. So
yeah,
I thought we needed to clear that up a little bit.
Every time he goes and gets a tea, he talks about how it's going to course through his veins or run through his veins. And then we were like, oh my God, well, Iowa runs through our veins because we're from Iowa. And then here we are. What episode is 4 or 5 later?
I think we're on 5.
Yeah. And it just kind of became a thing.
Yeah.
Silly, but it's our thing.
It is
just
our
like
thing.
This was.
It has been before the pod even started.
Yeah.
I talked to you.
Yeah.
We talked about it. So I think many people will notice we got another special little guest over here.
We do have a special guest with us. So this would be what I refer to as my baby. He will always be my baby because he is the youngest. Name is Waylon. Call signs Dimps. Dimps, how we doing today?
Good.
Good? Brought you on to talk a little bit about school. You got school coming up.
Yes.
You want to tell everybody what you're most excited about, if you're scared, how you feeling about school?
Good.
Just good? What's your teacher's name this year?
Miss Zacharias.
Miss Zacharias. Now, is she starting out the whole year with you, or?
No. She had a baby, so I'm having a substitute teacher.
And what's your substitute teacher's name?
Mrs. Wallace.
Mrs. Wallace. Now, we met both of them at back to school night.
Yes.
Earlier this week.
Yeah.
Both seemed really, really nice.
Yes.
Are you excited to kind of get to have 2 different teachers?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be nice, right?
I'm excited to go back.
Are you? Now you have some new friends in your class and maybe some
old friends and some new friends.
Yeah. Who are some of your old friends that you'd like to talk about, or at least mention their name?
Give a little shout out.
It was some boys and some girls.
Yeah. I know you've been friends with one guy since pre-K, and he's in your class this year, and he's a hockey fan too. What's his name? Crosby. Big hockey fan, right? Same thing I'm going to have to tell you like I told your brother. Stop spinning. It's okay. You're doing great. So we got Crosby. Okay. Back to school night. Who else did we see? One of your favoriteest people in the whole wide world. She also babysits. What's her name?
Miss Tessa.
Miss Tessa.
She's a 3rd grade teacher.
Okay. So Wyatt won't have her this year. Hopefully Wyatt gets her
next year.
That's right. Okay.
So what grade are you going into, buddy?
1st grade.
1st grade. Wow.
What are some of your things that you're most excited about? Like classes or
class?
Recess, or what classes do you love?
All the classes.
You love them all. You do really good at school. What about recess this year? It's going to be a little different because you and your brother are split up for the first time at recess. Does that make you nervous, or are you okay with that?
Kind of okay.
You're kind of okay, but maybe a little nervous, right? Because that's normal, because you and Wyatt have been like best friends forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have each other's back.
Yeah.
Okay, what about lunch? Are you a hot lunch kid? Do you like to take your lunch?
I like to take my lunch and get school milk.
And school milk. Okay, how's that work? What's that process look like?
So like you're supposed to take a tag and scan it, and then you're good.
And then you're good? Just boom, free milk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then you're going to sit down and eat.
Okay.
You know what they used to make me eat back in the day? Sun butter sandwiches. My parents, shout out you guys, forgot to put money in my account sometime, and they would give us sun butter sandwich.
Oh yeah, my mom was going to put money in mine, and all I had to drink is water for lunch.
Water?
It's rough.
That is
Sorry
rough.
about that. We apologize as parents. We apologize.
It's fine.
Okay.
Now, I'll address it later with them.
I see you're wearing a Baltimore Ravens shirt. Anything you want to mention about the Baltimore Ravens, or why you're wearing their shirt?
Because I like Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
You like Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have a jersey of him, and it's way too big, so I can grow into it.
Yeah. What about, is it Flowers? Zay Flowers or
No, it's just number 8. Black.
Do you like
is
him,
it
though?
black?
Is what black?
Baltimore Ravens shirt.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, your jersey?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple other players on the Baltimore Ravens. Who else do you like? Anybody that you know off the top of your head?
no.
Nah.
they're a fun team to watch.
Like Andrews? Maybe the tight end? You don't know him? You'll know him. It's all right.
I know 89 that you showed me a picture of.
Andrews. That's their tight end. You
He's
like
pretty
him?
good.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What about, I got written down here that you're also a big fan of the World Wrestling Entertainment business.
WWE.
You do like the WWE. You want to talk about that? Because I don't think AJ knows a lot about the WWE.
I like WWE because they get thrown at tables.
Oh,
They throw people on tables?
who's your favorite guy?
No, not Roman Reigns. Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Rey Mysterio was around when I was a kid too. He's
What's
still
his-
doing it.
What's his move?
A 619.
How's that work?
Like, he goes into the second rope and then he kicks him in the face.
Oh,
Fair enough.
But his son did a double 619, so it's his and his dad.
really? Now, what's his son's name?
Dominic.
Do they get along?
Not anymore, but they used to.
Not anymore. So who's Dominic with now?
The Judgment Day.
The Judgment Day. Who's all in the Judgment Day?
Rhea, Finn, and Damian Priest.
Okay, and they're like a group that goes around and beat people up or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And
But instead they have 5.
oh. Okay.
Wow.
That's cool. What? Just another fresh beer being opened.
Mhm.
You're not drinking today. No, we do not promote underage drinking in any way, shape,
What do you
or
think of
form.
Logan Paul? I've seen that he's out there on the.
The Chiefs quarterback was there, and
Oh, Patrick Mahomes. Was there?
and there was 2 other people just in case if somebody came up.
Yeah.
They tried to beat him up.
Wow.
What's your favorite video game right now?
WWE.
Yeah. You make me play that, huh? We have father-son matches. As in, like, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio.
And then like they're together,
Yeah, they're on the same team, like a
Oh.
tag team.
Nice.
and then sometimes they'll be separate.
Mm-hmm.
You ever play the UFC games? Those are fun.
I want the UFC 5.
You want
Yeah.
the new one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
We'll get
played
it.
UFC 3. UFC 3 was really fun.
Which one do we have?
Not UFC 3.
We have 4?
Yeah,
We have 4, right?
yeah, and I builded a guy, and he got 2.
Nico build a guy too.
Mhm.
Build your own
Nice.
characters. Speaking of building your characters, how's your NCAA character doing?
I never really get to play because Wyatt just takes over it a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Shout out Wyatt for taking over the PlayStation the entire time, huh? Is he upstairs playing right now? Yeah, he is.
One time he was sitting down for too long until he got home from work.
He sat there the whole day?
Hmm?
He didn't even get
Well,
up
he got up like once or twice.
to go to the bathroom or something? Incredible.
I will say, he's beaten me a couple times.
He's
Just
pretty
like
good
you.
at it.
Every night I come over here.
Only
Beating me
when
up.
he was sitting down, all he played is NCAA 25.
Wow. What else do you want to talk about while you're here?
More school.
More school? What do you want to talk about with school?
It's fun. It's fun to make new friends.
It is fun to make new friends.
You had your first flag football practice, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Was that fun?
Uh-huh.
Who's your coach?
My dad.
Yeah, that's a good coach right there.
But he also worked on scrimmage.
Yeah. AJ might make a guest appearance to run some Omaha drills with you guys, if that's all right. Okay, I'll stop by maybe,
Okay.
see what I can do.
You got some old friends that you've been playing baseball with and flag football last year on your team, huh? And then
And the last time that we did flag football, all we did is just do practice while you got games.
yeah, you didn't get to actually have games because you were too little last year. So this is your first year having competitive games.
Oh,
That'll be
Yeah.
nice. We got a big scrimmage coming up
excited.
on Sunday.
I'm excited about that.
I am
And
too.
more practice.
Yeah,
The first day of school is practice, Monday.
yeah. Well, no, we practice. You have scrimmage on Sunday.
Yeah, but practice is on Monday.
Yep, you're correct. I have to hold another practice on Monday. Then we'll get ready for game week. We'll be in game week, right?
College football too. I'm really excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
college football kicked off today. What game did we watch this morning?
I forgot.
Florida State and
Georgia Tech.
Florida State and Georgia Tech.
Wyatt was beating up Dad about Florida State lost.
Because Florida State got
he's a
lost.
Florida State fan.
First upset of the season. First game. Where were they playing at? Do you remember the country they were at?
Georgia Tech.
No.
No. I forgot.
Ireland? They played in Dublin today, didn't they? So that was kind of cool because we were
It
watching.
was like kind of a closed roof, but there was like a hole.
Yeah, it was a super cool stadium. They really did it nice over there.
Is it brand new, or is it like a soccer stadium that they converted for?
I know, I'd have to look it up, but I mean, it looks soccer-ish, but it is really, they really did it nice. I know last year they played a college football game over there. This year they played one. Next year, Iowa State gets an opportunity to go over to Dublin and play Kansas State.
Huh.
So they're going to open up next year against Kansas State in Dublin.
Yeah. I'm not really good at football. I'm really good at WWE.
Yeah, you're just basically an all-around athlete.
I would say. I mean, what you got?
Uh,
three or four more Olympics before you can.
All I really play is
for it?
WWE. Well, before we had to download it and we had to get the whole game.
Mhm.
I had to play college,
Mm.
and we had a trial on NFL 25.
Oh.
We had it for 10 hours,
Wow.
and it took 2 days.
Did you do some back-to-school shopping recently?
Yeah,
What'd you get?
let's close.
What kind?
I have this.
Oh, you got that?
Oh,
Okay,
you
what
got
else?
that? Oh.
Did you get regular clothes or some fancy clothes?
Fancy and some regular.
You look like a stud muffin in your pictures for back to school when you went and saw the classrooms. You look kind of studly.
Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
No, anytime.
What about new shoes? You get some new kicks for school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are those like?
The zipper, just slip them off and tie.
They're really nice, aren't they? You went all white, so you look real clean. And they got a zipper. Once you tie them once,
Well, there was a black spot on the bottom of my shoe.
on the bottom there was a black spot. I'll have to clean that up. Want you looking fresh to death. You want to hang out with us for a little bit, or do you want to go away?
Hang out.
You want to hang out for a little bit? Okay. If you get bored, you tell
I'm
us.
gonna move this
Okay.
mic over here though, so we can hear all of us. All right. If you want to say something, just come up close to it and you can say it. Okay.
Or just speak up a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay?
So, I kind of have an idea here. I
Okay.
think it actually got mentioned to me at work. I don't know what to call it. We're going to have to spitball ideas here on the name. I'm thinking about Whereabout in Iowa or something like that,
Okay.
where people will send us pictures wearing our merch, which, if you haven't noticed, got on a pair of our merch right now,
You wanna
drinking
stand
out of
up-
our koozie.
Stand up, show them the back.
I can do that. Get the back going.
It's looking good.
It fits beautifully, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, this got mentioned to me. What if people send us pictures of them wearing our shirts out and about in Iowa,
Okay.
the cool places they go, or even the local Hy-Vee, and we'll post it on our Facebook
Oh, I
as a
love that
little
idea.
segment, like Whereabout in Iowa. We'll work on the name. We'll spitball here.
Yeah.
But you post a picture wearing one of our merch or using our koozie. Cool events would be cool, like if you're at a concert or if you're at a cool place in Iowa, anywhere, an Iowa game, and you're drinking out of our koozie or wearing one of our shirts at an Iowa game. Post a picture and we'll repost you, I think.
I love that.
Yeah.
Should they put where they're at, or should we try to guess?
I like trying to guess.
I think that's good too. I think
you
we
give
should
us
try to guess.
enough to guess off of, and then
Yeah, give us something. Just
Yeah.
don't put a brick wall behind.
the blanket when we were going to bed and my phone fell on my hand and hit White in the head.
Wow. Is that what we're just going to get some random info? Okay, good. I like it. Thank you for the input.
but yeah, I think that'd be a cool segment.
I love that idea. I think that'll be fun. Just don't give us a brick wall and say, guess where I'm at, because we're not those guys off TikTok. We're not going to put any serious time into guessing where you're at. We want, if you show me a picture of Hy-Vee, kind of give me something else to work with besides just the word Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
I mean, we're smart, but we're not.
And I mean, you can post pictures anywhere if you want. If you're wearing our merch, we want to see you wearing our merch. You could be at Norridge Park walking your dogs. Snap a pic.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah. Headed down to Fry Fest this upcoming weekend.
I think we're both going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see, I would love to
If-
see somebody
oh,
else in
man.
our merch.
I would go nuts.
If you show up to Fry Fest and you let us know you're going to be there, we have some fall merch coming out.
Yep.
But if you come find us at Fall Fest rocking our merch, I'll eat the cost of your first fall purchase.
I'll buy
eat
you
that
a beer.
cost.
I'll buy you a beer.
Okay, he'll buy you a beer. We'll hook you up with a fall line of merch. We're going to potentially have some fall koozies.
Fall koozies.
And then some other fall merch, which we're gonna talk about that towards the end.
We got to work on it a little more before I think we mention it, but it's in the pipeline. Couple designs going.
Got some good designs.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of touching on it now, so I guess we'll kind of throw it out there. We took a little bit of a poll, and it sounds like everybody wants crew necks.
Yeah.
So go with the crew neck style.
Color's still out in the open.
Yep. So's the design. It's all being worked on by the marketing half, but it will have a really cool design. It will be different. Probably different than this current design. It'll be Iowa related. It'll be on a good Iowa fall color. Everybody is over the heat. Everybody is ready to settle in, put up some fall decor, some Halloween decor. College football is officially back today.
We put our Halloween stuff up today, actually.
Yeah, ours is up too.
Which I have lights wrapped around balcony, porch, whatever the hell you call the thing that comes off of your apartment.
Yeah, a deck.
Like a second story.
I call it a deck. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Anyways.
Is it made of wood?
I hope
if it's made of wood, that's what constitutes a deck.
Shit, I hope so.
I think so.
But I had this like timer that the lights plug into, and I just leave the lights up year round so I can change colors.
Oh.
So like breast cancer month, change it maybe. Like I did testicular awareness.
What color is that?
Cancer. I think it's light blue or it's purple. It's one of the two. Don't quote me.
Huh.
Hey, Dad.
But I changed the colors to that. And the damn thing, the dial that automatically turns the lights on when the sun goes down, which is so handy. I never have to touch the lights.
Yeah.
Burnt out on me. I went to turn on our Halloween lights today and done.
Gotta get a new one.
I bought one already.
Oh.
It's on the way.
Problem solved.
I was upset.
Did you have something, Way?
Our favorite team is Iowa in college.
It is Iowa in college, isn't it? We're big Iowa fans, huh?
One time, on college, sometimes me and Wyatt just watch it. We can pick the teams on the game and we can watch it.
Oh, you like sim it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool.
Okay. So I like that. I love the out and about in Iowa.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the name we're sticking with, but for now, that's.
And it wasn't my idea. I'm not going to take credit for it. It was given to me.
It's a great.
But I was like, wow, that would be awesome. I think people would love to see that.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. So if you see us at Fry Fest, DM us. I'll even come potentially meet you at Fry Fest just to prove you're there, or take a picture of yourself at Fry Fest. Tag us in it. We'll hook you up with some sort of a merch for the fall. AJ will buy you a beer. It'll be a really good time.
I think so.
Did you happen to see the latest? I think you'd have to be born under a rock to see the latest in Iowa sports.
Yeah.
And although we are Iowa fans, we did say from the first podcast that we weren't going to try to be too Iowa specific. I think this is too large of a thing not to discuss.
I think so too, yeah. So
Kirk Ferentz and the wide receiver coach, Budemeyer, have both been suspended for one game.
For, if I believe correctly, recruiting.
The proper term would be improper contact.
Improper contact, okay.
So that stems from Cade McNamara back in 2022.
Did they say that's what it was?
Yeah.
I know they hinted at that's what it was.
Yep, it came from Cade. Also, what I found interesting during the press conference between Beth Getz, the athletic director, and Kirk Ferentz, is they made it very clear that they did not self-report. So typically if something happens and you knew it happened, if a player comes up to you and says, Coach, I made a terrible mistake, I gambled.
Right.
Ideally, for Iowa to get ahead of the whole issue, they need to self-report. They need to contact the NCAA and say,
let them know.
Hey, we messed up. What can we do to fix this? Okay, you need to – this is what the precedence that's been set before. If they typically do something along those lines, then the NCAA will not step in. The NCAA will say something like, yep, okay, you suffice that punishment. He's
Right.
good, whatever it is. If the NCAA discovers throughout the course of an investigation a violation, they will tend to punish a little bit more harshly. So the NCAA made Iowa aware that they were investigating an incident. That incident has not been punished from the NCAA. Iowa said, okay, NCAA, you made us aware of it. We will self-impose a punishment of a 1-game suspension of both of us.
Mm.
I think there's going to be more coming down the pipe.
You think more comes down?
Yeah,
the
they made it.
pipeline, huh?
Apparently, I think you'll see potentially a scholarship loss. I'm just spitballing what could happen. Scholarship loss.
Wow.
Further suspensions. They also made it apparently clear that this is an ongoing investigation. It is not wrapped up. If they'd have came out and said, hey, NCAA made us aware of this. We're self-imposing 1 game. We've talked to the NCAA. The investigation's closed. Here are more details. Then I'd be like, okay, I feel better about it.
See, I didn't know it went that deep. I didn't know it goes that deep, but it makes sense.
Yeah, so they were not self-reported, and then KF said that we work and play in a very competitive environment.
Yeah. But taking an edge.
I feel that competitive environment alludes to the fact that they were reported by another team.
Yeah.
That other team, by deduction of possibilities, would have to be Michigan. They knew they were in a world of hurt. Cade came from Michigan. I think Cade probably said something along the lines, or somebody had overheard him talking to somebody, whether that was a roommate. Give me 1 second, bud. And they went and told the Michigan staff. Michigan staff reported the NCAA. NCAA then told Iowa. That's how I think the ultimate root of all this is going to come out. I could be way wrong. What's up, Way?
About NCAA 25, I'm kind of mad that they didn't put Kirk Ferentz and Herky in it.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't.
I think they should have had. They don't have a mascot mode at all, right? Because
No.
past NCAAs, if I'm not wrong, had mascot games.
They did, right?
For some reason, the one on the PS3, there was Herky, but for some reason they didn't have Herky.
They don't have them in the PS5.
How do you feel about Kirk Ferentz not playing in the first game? You think we still win, though, right? Yeah.
Are you nervous, though, without KF on the sidelines? Because this is the first time I remember him not being on the side. You are nervous.
Yeah.
I think it makes it a stressful game for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel Seth Wallace, who they named the interim head coach for the first game,
I'm okay with that.
he'll do great.
Yeah.
I think Seth is good.
Yeah.
Now, I think if this folds into week 2 and it folds into the Iowa State game, I think we have a little more to kind of be like,
Okay, and here's the only reason I'm going to throw this out. Do we have to worry? Or, like Pat McAfee alluded to this morning, when Harbaugh got suspended, and all the players came out with the free Harbaugh shirts and blah, blah. Or does this make the team rally? Because having inside knowledge with guys that have played for KF said, literally, those guys said they would die for him.
Yeah, I believe that.
So do they rally around it, and this is just a spark under their butt a little bit more that says, you want to touch our coach? How dare you?
See, the problem with that is it can always go both ways.
Agree.
And I promise you I'm on the same side. I hope that it's like, boom, there's a little something behind our guys. But does it worry me? Does it worry me that it's a whole different situation and it doesn't spark our guys? And it does the opposite. It does worry me. It scares me a little.
This is really far down. We need to put like a shelf back here.
Yeah, we need to build something.
This is just terrible. Okay, I'm good. I'm back.
But yes, it does worry me quite a bit. I know I don't need to be scared, but
what worries me is the bigger fallout. And here's where I'm coming from with the bigger fallout. Harbaugh had to know that he was going to get suspended,
right,
like he did this year. Michigan came out and said, hey, you're even more suspended if you ever came back to college football. That's why he bounced to the pros.
Yeah.
Is this what does it for KF? Is this
no
his final year where he
God,
says,
I hope not.
look, the landscape has changed. I now have to hire people to teach kids instead of molding them into men, which I know KF is famous for. The guys that I know say, hey, he helped make us a man. Is this the deal that he says the landscape has changed too much? I innocently tried to, however the form of contact was, text, phone call,
Right.
innocently tried to reach out to this kid. I didn't even personally know the time for he came out and admitted that he messed up.
Yeah.
But I bet in reality, I bet he had no idea with the transfer portal on time frames.
Yeah.
Which is such a I mean, that's a wormhole we could go down
Oh,
with
God.
the transfer portal of,
Neither you or I could ever understand.
or just college football contact in general, right?
Yeah.
Like when Nico was getting contacted by coaches, it was as soon as the dead period ended and they could contact, it was text, phone calls, emails, blah, 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 blah. But as soon as the dead period hit, then it was coming from other players because the coaches can't. Or if they happen to, quote unquote, bump into them somewhere, then all of a sudden the coach, boom, just shows up at your high school.
Yeah.
Well, I bumped into him at the high school or something like that, where I don't know that KF is, and I love him, man, but
Yeah.
I don't know that he's ready for this new landscape of college football. What's up, Way?
The best thing that I did so far, is go to Florida and have fun.
In your life, that's the best thing you've done? Okay.
That's a pretty good trip.
How?
But one time we went to a pool and there was a slide that we went on. It was really tall.
Yeah, where was that at?
Williamsburg.
Williamsburg Pool?
Mm.
Okay. Thank you for that.
It was curly slide.
Oh, it is a curly slide. Yeah, it's a good one.
Nice.
Thanks for that.
You know,
Do you think Iowa's in trouble if Kirk Ferentz is suspended more, or do you think that him being suspended for this time, because he's getting to be old, do you think with the way college football is changing, right, where the players get paid now and stuff, do you think that this may be the push to his last year, or do you think we get KF more?
I think there's gonna be like next year. I think he's gonna stay for one more and probably retire, or he might stay for 2 more nights and then retire.
2 more nights, okay.
Maybe 2 or 1.
what do you think of Iowa boys chatter leading the charge as a dual head coach situation? Your dad and I, under pressure, leading Iowa to a Big Ten championship. What
Do you think we could do it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Without a doubt, right?
that was a
Yeah.
great answer.
Yeah. Who's the head coach? If you had to pick one of us and you said that's the guy that's the head coach.
On what?
If we were to coach for Iowa.
Where do you put us? You can put
Head
us in any
coaches,
spot.
offensive
Where you put
coordinators,
us.
defensive coordinators, special team coordinators. Where do
You're
we,
not going to hurt my feelings.
and you're not going to hurt mine. Where do AJ and I fall into the whole coaching scheme?
Head coach.
Both of us, co-head coaches.
Co-head
Yeah.
coaches, huh?
Top shelf.
Yeah.
Co-head coaches.
Personally, I would put myself O-line coach. I'm not big, but I'd put myself O-line coach. I respect those guys. I respect them down in the nitty-gritty the entire
It's
game.
dirty. The hog mollies hanging out in the trenches. That's where games are
They're
won.
getting dirty.
Yeah.
They're hitting hard.
Hey,
That's where
Dad.
games are won.
The Florida State Georgia Tech game,
Yeah,
there was a big hit about that.
there was a big hit, wasn't it? On the kick return?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a large. Well,
Like
that's
it
way
was-
smarter than what I did.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Bring
Yeah.
the cooler to you.
Bring the cooler
Oh,
to you.
that's a mess. The dog just ran down the steps.
Okay. All right.
Bell.
We're good. You good? Hey,
Yeah.
focus up here. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else with Iowa football coming up?
I'm really excited. Kirk Ferentz is coming back. I hope. I wish. I'm glad that it's not 3 or 2 games that he's suspended.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's just 1, and then
Yeah.
he gets to come back the second game.
Because who do we play the second game? Do you remember?
No. Iowa State.
Oh, don't say that name in my house. Ugh. Makes me want to throw up in my mouth. But we need him, don't we?
Yeah.
Because that's
for-
always a
for
banger
the
of a
second
game.
game for Iowa State. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
definitely need him.
Yeah.
And what
The
about
boys got to rally.
next weekend? What else kicks off? Do you know? Nico's
Games.
his first game.
And his number is 52.
He is number for 52.
The snapper for the St. Ambrose Bees.
Long snapper for the St. Ambrose Bees.
Yes.
Yep. He's excited. Are you excited?
Yes.
Are we going to go tailgate?
Yeah.
Is Gobbs and Mrs. Gobbs going to come with us maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
You might have to drive me and Mrs. Gobbs back home.
Just saying.
He passed his driver's test at Legoland this year.
Perfect.
Yeah, but it's not a real car.
No, that's fine. My Honda Accord's not a real car anyways.
You good? What were you saying?
When we went to Nico's dorm room to set up the lights, it took forever, so I was like 8 by the time Mom got done. And we went to 8.
It took us until 8, and then we went to eat.
Yeah.
Where'd we eat?
McDonald's.
Classic.
Nice. Classic.
Can't go wrong. I was right.
Why you always fix McDonald's for some reason?
I don't blame them.
It's good food. It's good
Great
fast food.
food.
What's your go-to meal at McDonald's?
Fries, chicken nuggets, and a burger.
Nice.
The $5 meal deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
been a
good.
godsend to this family, hasn't it?
You know, when I was in high school, Wendy's had something called the 4 for $4. So you could get 4 chicken nuggets, a junior bacon cheeseburger, and fries, and a drink for $4.
But on the $5 meal deal, instead of just 1 piece for chicken nuggets, I get 2.
Oh,
You get 2 because you trade Wyatt's nuggets for your burger. So Wyatt gets 2 burgers and you get his nuggets.
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
But if he doesn't want nuggets, I just get 2.
Yeah, that's innovative. I like that.
Yeah.
Smart
Smart kid.
effective.
Smart kid.
What's your second segment? Or the second thing you said you were going to drop on me?
I think I want to roll into something that gets discussed in every line of podcast at some point, and it's gonna have to come up in ours. We've never talked about it either, so maybe you're not huge into it.
Off the pod and on the pod?
Ever.
Okay.
So maybe you're not big into it. I am personally. So if you have 3, give me your top 3 conspiracy theories.
Oh, that's such a slippery slope for me.
Dude, everybody talks about them at some point though, and we have never. I don't know how we've never talked about it, but I want to hear yours, and I'll give you mine.
So my ultimate one that is, and it's very hard for me to say because I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
I am.
Okay.
Hard into it.
But somehow, I don't remember if Nico was on the football camp circuit and we were doing a lot of hotels, but we had found that most hotels we were staying in had Netflix.
Yeah.
So I started looking up, and this is tough for me, being prior military. This is tough for me. And a lot of people had lost their lives with this. But there's just a lot of unanswered questions that surround 9/11.
Yeah.
Just a lot, and I'm not saying it is. Please don't come at me for that. Clearly,
you don't have to go into depth on that one. Yeah.
Being in the military, I'm just saying there's a lot of weird coincidences and unanswered questions.
I agree.
That come into that.
When the files come out for that one, when they're released to the public, I think it'll be very interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Some footage that goes missing, some planes looking a little different. I don't know. I don't want it to be.
That was kind of your era, though. I mean, you were right there when.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I was a freshman in college.
Yeah, I was 1 year old.
Yeah, so that's a different.
Yeah.
What's up?
Just saying, where did you get those cars behind you at?
I bought all those. Thank you.
Where?
I bought them from my Hawkeye dealer.
Special dealer.
Yeah. Second, I would have to say I'd love to see more on the Kennedy assassination.
Oh my God! Can I say that's my number 2?
Okay, that's my number 2.
And I think one of the people in the front seat shot him.
I've heard that a lot.
Dude, I cannot get past the fact that I know what an exit wound looks like, and the back of his skull is an exit wound, not an entry wound.
Yep.
It drives me nuts.
The third one,
God, that one fires me.
Probably maybe going to surprise you a little bit. Because it's fresh.
Right? Okay.
The Trump shooting.
Inside job.
Which would be part of a what?
A conspiracy.
Okay.
Love it.
There's just still, and I know that that's so fresh that there's not enough semi-factual data
Yeah.
or even the opposite
Yeah.
end to beg on that? Do you have something to add?
Said that there was a few Secret Service that were put on administrative leave because of it.
Recently?
Yes.
That would not surprise
That's an
me. They
update.
should be. Yeah.
Yeah. So you say inside job. So I'm going to ask you, this is probably controversial. Does it come from the Democratic Party? And we're not political. We're not talking political affiliation. I just want to know, did the Democratic Party set that up?
I
Or
don't
did the
think so.
Republican Party set it up upon themselves? Because
I don't think it was either party. If
then
I'm being
what's the
honest
inside
with you.
job? Then what's the goal? What's,
I think that past politics doesn't matter what your beliefs are. I think beyond politics, Trump has put himself in a light that
positive or negative, yeah?
positive or negative that goes beyond politics.
Mhm.
And
Maybe somebody was pissed at him from his scene in Home Alone.
maybe could have been.
Maybe they didn't give
I
him the good
think-
directions.
I think the head of Secret Service had a lot of questions that she wasn't answering. And I think a lot of arrows point back to her. And I'd be interested to see if there's anything in her financials, her anything that go,
Well, there's financials from the shooter,
yeah,
for sure, that have
Yeah.
come out.
yeah.
Just stick with me on this conspiracy theory of Trump. And I'm
Mhm.
not saying either way. I'm not defining a political line here. I'm just sticking on the let me play devil's advocate to the conspiracy theory. How do you not reelect a gunshot victim who survived an assassination, right? Because no matter what you want to say about Democrats or Republicans or where the party, the vote is close.
Yeah.
And it's close as of right now. The poll, whoever you poll, if you poll liberals, it's going to pull this way. You poll conservatives, it's going to show this. Right now, it's almost so. As the part that I argue against myself is who's going to take that shot and say, "Yep, I'm comfortable enough, and I'm a good shot."
Yeah.
And that dude's close.
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable enough to hit his ear, but not his dome.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
what
taking
saying.
that shot.
I'm not taking that
I've taken
shot.
a lot of shots in my life. That's not a shot I'm going to take.
No.
However,
I don't care what site I have. I'm not taking that shot.
no. But
We're
however,
talking this as a margin of error.
yeah,
The
yeah,
wind gusts
An ear
the wrong
hair.
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
But is it possible that somebody within inside of that core Republican thing said, "Hey,
Absolutely. It's possible
gonna
either way.
need you to take one here, old Trumpsky."
It's possible either way. Yeah. And I think it's crazy. I mean, this is the first
Think
time
about that.
since I've
We
been
had
alive.
a black president,
Mm-hmm.
possibly with a weird name that everybody tried to bring to light. And I'm not saying anything black, white, racial, but there was never an attempt on him or never an attempt on the first female.
I was
You
just
tell me there's not enough groups out there that hate women or hate African Americans or hate blonde-haired people or hate this or hate that he's the first one in how many years that
I
has
was
been
just
attempted.
going to say, for the first time in my lifespan, this is the first assassination attempt that has ever been in my lifespan.
Mine
On a
too.
president. Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember when Gore came to our high school.
Yeah.
There was hallways that our classes were in that we weren't even allowed. There was no more classes there for a week. They shut down the entire hallway
believe it.
leading to where you speak. But this guy gets a ladder from fucking Lowe's, climbs up on a roof.
Crawls up on a roof. Yeah, it's nuts. It'll be cool.
It'll
to
be
see.
interesting.
Interesting is the
Yeah.
word I was looking for.
Yeah. And
To
like I
see it
said,
unfold.
I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't really. Am I glad Trump didn't die? No matter how you feel about it? Yes. I don't. Am I super sad that the bystander got shot and passed
Yeah.
away? Yes.
No one should have to go through
Nobody should.
that. No.
But is it going to be and that's the problem with conspiracy theories. Somebody gets killed,
Somebody gets hurt. Yeah,
and,
one way
and
or
then
another.
our job is to sit around on different podcasts and Netflix and Apple this
And,
to
yeah.
try to sit there and dissect it and
History
basically
Channel.
armchair quarterback it
Yeah.
for the next 40 to 50 years.
Yeah.
Because I don't. If JFK hasn't come out by now,
Yeah.
you're not. I am confident that I'm not going to hear anything about Trump in my lifespan. They'll just continue to fire people until it dies.
I'll let you know when we meet each other in the afterlife if it comes out in my
Thanks,
life.
man. I appreciate that. I got a good jump on you on that
Yeah.
one, so I'm hoping on your back end they'll be able to figure it out.
I'll kick it to you in the back end.
So, what are your top three most interesting?
Number one, We did not land on the moon.
Wow, I wasn't going to go after the space program.
Dude, I will die on this hill. I will argue it forever. I do not believe we landed on the moon. That's personal opinion. A conspiracy, some would say.
Any evidentiary fact that has swayed you so hard to that side?
Everything I've ever seen. And the one that really pushes me towards it is, why did we hop skip to the moon and then just said fuck the moon? From now on, we're just like, eh.
Well, it's kind of like going to a gravel pit, right? Once you've seen it, there's no need to really go back.
Right, but don't you want to go back with higher
I want to
tech?
go back. I want to go back and just see the flag.
Don't you want to go
Bring
back?
the flag back.
Right?
Bring the flag.
Don't you want to take a nicer camera? Because what we got was pixelated nothing with a flag that's not blowing, which I know it doesn't blow.
Yeah.
Space.
But it should. Should it not? Should it or should it not from the pole? As the flag would come off, shouldn't the flag also be erect almost parallel to the pole?
Well, maybe they put something in place to where the flag was steady like that. I don't know. I can't get behind the fact that, and with all the stuff going on with Russia and we were trying to beat them, I cannot get behind the fact that we actually made it.
Is the whole space program fake?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen where they thought they were in and they were like talking to a class and the girl's hair is like standing up like this, but then the guy pours himself a drink and there's no problems with it?
Yeah. And I've seen videos of people break down the wiring, like
yeah.
how that
the one guy when he did a flip, they like went frame by frame.
Yeah, and you can see the wiring.
I just don't know that I can go as far to say the whole space program is a joke, because that comes back to the
I hope
Challenger.
it's not. I mean, I really hope it's not, because a lot of people have lost their life for it.
Yeah.
It's just like the 9/11 thing.
Yep.
A lot of people have lost their life in the fight to be in space. So I hope it's not fake.
Yeah.
But I have such a hard time getting behind all of the facts to it. Which there's not a lot of facts to it.
There's not a... But, well, back in there...
We have a video. We have a video of a camera from...
And an audio recording.
Yeah.
What do you think,
it's hard.
Did we land on the moon? Do you
Where?
think... Huh? What?
Where?
Did America land on the moon?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know either.
What were you going to ask me?
The favorite part of Iowa?
Yeah, what's your favorite part of Iowa? That's good. Now let me ask you that.
The Iowa football stadium.
That's your best part of Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the wave? I love the wave.
Like, if it's like any part about Iowa, like any sports about Iowa, if it's just Iowa, it would be like any part of Iowa, like basketball, baseball, wrestling.
AJ was talking
football,
about when
hockey.
we waved to the sick kids.
Oh.
Do you love that part?
Do you love that part? Yeah, me too.
It's always hard not to get sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we're pretty lucky, aren't we?
Yeah.
That still tears me up as a grown man.
Should we go back to AJ's conspiracy theories now?
Yes.
Are you doing okay?
Yes.
Hanging in
You're
with us?
killing it.
Yes.
You're doing great. I see you got yourself a beverage.
Mm.
Good. All right.
Nice.
Shout out Sam's Club if you want to sponsor the podcast.
Second, I would say the JFK assassination.
Okay, we agree on that.
I 100% think it was the driver or the passenger seat. Third, I had one lined up.
Oh, this is your segment. Okay.
I know I had one line. I just blanked for like
You're good.
30 seconds.
You're good.
The pyramids. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of conspiracy around.
I've never heard anything about the pyramids.
Really?
No, give me some. What are you talking
There's
about?
a lot of conspiracy
That they're not there?
on.
'Cause,
No,
I mean,
they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I told Emma that I want to take a trip there.
They have one in
There's-
Vegas.
There's conspiracy around, did aliens build it? How did we build it? This, that, and the other. Here's I watched so many things. I've watched probably everything there is to watch on pyramids. It was one of my favorite things as a kid, the pyramids. I love them. I saw somebody talk about how today, like in today's day and age, it would take 164 cranes to pick up some of the blocks that they used on a pyramid.
People were built different back then.
Were they built different, or is there aliens? Is it?
So you're saying, okay.
I'm not one side on the pyramid because
Okay,
there's
so-
so many different
So to be
conspiracies.
clear,
but
you're
it's
not,
one of my
you're not saying
favorite to
just
watch.
pyramids. You're saying there's potentially alien life forms?
No, my favorite conspiracy is, and I don't have a side on the conspiracy because there's so many of them, but the conspiracies around the pyramids. If they were built by aliens, if they were built by human civilization that was smarter than us that got wiped out by an ice age, when they were built, is that still a conspiracy?
Anybody smarter than us?
I mean,
But-
me and you, yeah. Who's
Yeah,
smarter than us?
yeah.
I agree. But I'm saying I don't have a side on this one. I have a side on the other two. I have a dog in the fight, and I
Okay.
would fight both of the other ones. The pyramids are just so crazy of a conspiracy around all of it that I love watching both sides. You could be side A and side B, and I'm right there with both of you. I'm like, tell me the next punch. Oh, here's this punch. I'm going punch for punch on both sides, and I love it, and I still haven't picked a side.
What about the alien debate? Is
Alien?
there something? Let's not even use the word alien. Is there something out?
Extraterrestrial life
Is there
form?
something out beyond Earth
Has to be, right?
that we don't know about?
Has to be.
Well, because our space program may or may not be fake.
I don't know.
Is there?
I-
Waylon,
I have a
Do you
hard
think-
time.
that Earth is the only planet that there's actually people on, or do you think there's maybe another planet where people live that we just don't know about yet?
Just all here.
You think
Oh, yeah.
everybody's on Earth,
Yeah.
so you don't believe in aliens or anything weird like that?
No.
No. Okay, that's very logical.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have a hard time believing we're the
I
only
think
ones.
there's something else out there.
Have you ever heard of the multiverse? Where there's billions of planets and each decision you make spurts a new planet. I
No,
kind
that
of
sounds like a movie.
it
Is
is
it a movie?
Well, I mean, they make movies on the multiverse, but multiverse is a general idea that every decision you make in life sprouts a different timeline.
What about paranormal?
I believe in ghosts.
Really?
Yeah, I got haunted once.
We actually lived in a
Straight
house
up.
that was haunted. I've seen
Dude.
figures. I've had to tell them to get away.
I'm not gonna tell the whole story because it's terrible of me, and I was 21 years old in the army, so I made some comments that probably shouldn't have been made. But my buddy and I were roommates, and the roof of our barracks got ripped off by a hurricane, so they moved us buildings. And the building they moved us into, his room was still blocked off by caution tape because someone had taken their own life in the room. And he didn't sleep for weeks. Like, he would sleep with the lights on. And then one night I woke up and I had a bed frame where it had the foot guard. So there was a board here and a board here.
Oh yeah, like a footboard.
Footboard, yeah.
Yeah.
But there was space in between the feet.
Slatted.
Slatted. I woke up one night and I was vertical, standing. Yeah, I woke up as I was up my feet were in between the slats, and I was pushed this way, and the whole side of my hip was bruised. I showed up to PT the next day, dude. I slept with the lights on in my room and my closet for probably 3 weeks. I'm not kidding you. That is a true story.
Wow.
I called my buddy, FaceTimed him. It happened at like 2 a.m. I FaceTimed him. I was like, dude.
Did he
And
answer?
yeah, he was like, I can't
Good
sleep either. He's like, I haven't been able to sleep either. It was, yeah, that was, I still get goosebumps talking
I
about
can
it.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
we
nuts.
in a house we lived in one of the older houses there for a while in Burlington. And we had, without going into a lot of detail for particular reasons, we had some experiences ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'll just, because of the ears around, leave it at that we had some, but that helped spur our decision to find a new location to live.
100% believe in it.
But as far as the ghost goes as well, I also feel like there's, and it's not even really a religion, spirits that help protect you, or that are with you, or that'll give you a sign here and there. And I think that that's super important, just because everybody associates a ghost with like
Bad.
to scare the crap out of you.
Yeah, no.
And that's not the case. Some are just around because for whatever reason, nobody really knows. They're just still around. But I lean heavily towards the spirited side.
Yeah.
With like, especially like guardian angels. whether or not that's a loved one, an infant loss, something like that, where you
Yeah.
have somebody around to protect you,
Right.
and every once in a while you get a little sign or symbol that they're still around, and I think that's really cool too.
I agree.
What do you think, Way? You believe in ghosts?
No.
Good.
Good.
We shouldn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to be spooked out.
No.
Ooh.
Only Halloween ghosts, right?
Yeah, that are fake.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Ooh, the people are gonna want to know.
A black suit with black gloves and a mask.
You are definitely the most
Ooh.
easiest out of our two children to dress for Halloween.
Wyatt, he wanted to be Deadpool, but the time that we went to the Halloween store, they only had Deadpool's katanas.
They only have his
They'll
katana.
probably have more in stock
Yeah.
soon.
Let's hope not, because it's expensive.
Yeah.
So,
Is it okay if Emma and I come over when it's trick or treat time? Because we can't even hand out candy from our apartment.
we have a great time at Halloween, don't we?
Yeah.
Daddy usually puts a fire pit somewhere.
Yeah.
Is it okay if Emma and I come over and join you guys for Halloween?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Is it okay if they come maybe tailgate with us next weekend at Nico's game? Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
We love to hear that.
Oh, I have it written down. I was like, what the hell is side-eye? You want to tell your side-eye
Yeah,
story?
I'll tell it real quick before we're done. So I had a VA appointment the other day, and this story is just hilarious. We're parked downtown Iowa City at the Federal Building, which is like Iowa City downtown parking. And I go to pull out, and there's another guy trying to pull out, but like he can't figure out his shit, so I just go past him. As I'm going past him, beep, 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 honks at me like 4 times.
Now, is he trying to back out, or what's he trying
He's trying to back out.
back out of a spot?
Yeah, which
And-
there's the bike lane, the spots, and the roads over here.
Yeah.
It's a road, bike lane, spot.
Yeah.
So I'm out. He's still trying to figure out how to navigate this little piece of the bike lane. I don't know what he's doing. Anyways, I drive past him. We're at the stop sign. Beep, 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 beep. I'm like, dude, calm down. There's a car that got here before me. It's
Chill
a
out,
four-way
bro.
stop. So I keep going. I get into the turn lane to turn onto the bridge there. He flies behind me in the turn lane, honks, beep, 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 then gets over into the street lane, and he hits me with this. Me and Emma both were in the car. He hit us with the craziest. I'm going to try to replicate it. Pretend this is the window.
He's up against the window?
Up against the window.
The driver's window?
Yes.
But is he on your driver's side or passenger?
He's on my passenger side
So
because
what-
I'm in the turn lane.
So why is he against the driver's window?
Because he's looking at us. Because we're in the turn lane. He's in the straight lane.
I got it. So
he's up
okay.
against. He's up against the window. But it was like the craziest side eye I've ever seen in my life. He's like up in the window like this.
no hand gestures, just a straight side.
Just a straight side eye. And I'm trying to debate if I roll the window down and ask him if he wants to fight or something.
Or just give him a side eye back.
Or just give him a side. But my windows are so tinted that he
They
couldn't
are
see
tinted.
both.
They are tinted. Very
He
tinted.
couldn't see both of us dying in the car. We are asking
How
each
old
other.
of a guy
if-
is this?
Dude, like 45.
So old.
Yeah, and he's in like a rinker-dink. Like he's in. No, not that old.
Decrepit. He's headed back to the retirement home. He's fucking 45. I got you.
No, not that old.
That was actually, they taught us in that era, they taught us that in driver's ed. Like if somebody does something to you, make sure you
Dude, it was crazy.
hit him up with the side
He
eye.
was up against the window, face smeared. We both had to ask each other if it was real because we didn't.
Like, is this real life?
Yeah,
It's one of
are
those,
we
like, did
seeing-
you just, like, look at each other?
He's
like,
in
did
like
that
a
just happen?
rinker-dinker, dude. Like a
POS?
yeah,
Or like a tiny little, like,
you wouldn't even
Fiesta
put
or
your high school student in it.
something?
Yeah, like one of those. And I'm like, does this dude want to fight me? Is he like high, or is he just trying to be funny? Like it's one of the three.
Probably angry.
Yeah.
Iowa City gets a little downtown. So
Well, I mean, we could have rumbled if he wanted to rumble.
I don't think it would have been much of a rumble.
Yeah, it would have been a. He would have probably.
He'd have been a one-hit wonder. Old
Yeah.
side-eye in his one-hit wonder.
He would have caught a roundhouse, which I can throw a mean roundhouse. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
know
sure-
if I've shown you.
No, thank God.
Yeah.
I just know your ability to fight a silverback.
Yeah.
If you ever had to. I know
Yeah.
you'd throw down against a
Throw it
gorilla.
out. I would throw it.
Gorilla over a chicken any day.
Yeah.
This week for us, what you got coming up this week?
Well, today I saw Kyle's Mile.
Yep, you sent me a picture
Yep,
of that. That was
I
cool.
did. I saw them driving. I got stopped. I was the first car, thankfully. There was a if you were driving the black truck behind me and you try to pull around me and go through this crowd of bikes going through a stop sign, fuck you. Sorry, just gonna say it. It was a charity ride and you're trying to squeeze. I'm pulled over for a fucking reason. Stopped in the middle of a highway for a reason to let these bikes pass. And this dude tries to go around me and I'm like, where are you gonna go? Because there's two bikes, like road guarding the road and blocking it. He tries to go. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Anyways, saw that today. That was really cool. Tuesday we'll be golfing for a loose chain event.
Yeah, the temperature doesn't look to be playing long.
High of 96. I hope you're ready.
Sounds miserable.
Yeah,
miserable.
Not great. No, I'm
telling you, when you guys first got here, I went outside, and when I came back in, I told them that was 100% more of the time that I spent outside than I had planned to today.
Yeah.
This week of weather is trash. Just trash. Absolutely hate it. Thank God my air conditioning's keeping up. It hasn't shut off, but it's still a balmy 63 in here.
Yeah.
But the golf outing will be fun.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Regardless. I think we're going to – I don't know how much merch we're going to have left, so I anticipate us making –
sold out in almost a week.
We anticipate us making some form of a donation instead.
Yeah.
Trying to sell merch and have it come back. We'll do some type of a donation.
Yeah.
Probably what we were going to get off the T-shirt sale, as many shirts as we were taking, we'll make a donation to that foundation.
Yeah, because we sold out of T-shirts in a week.
Fast.
A week.
If you're somebody who said you wanted one, we got you. We know what you want as far as T-shirts.
It's going into the next reorder. I promise you that.
Yeah, your T-shirts are coming in the next reorder, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, which will be the crew neck.
I think, we might even roll a couple more shirts. 5 or 10 more shirts to try to get the people that want.
We'll see where the funding's at and where we're at. But I know it seems like everybody that I talk to is kind of in the same boat that I am. They're over summer.
Yeah,
they're done with summer. They're ready for crew necks. They're tired of the oppressive heat.
And if you were one of the people that missed a T-shirt and we roll into crew necks, you will be one of the first people that is hit with a crew neck.
Yeah. We're hoping we went crew neck over hoodie.
Yeah, which I think is the right decision.
Basically, so hopefully we can keep the cost down.
Yeah.
Hoodies, guys, for those who've never done anything like this, hoodies are 2 to 2.5 times more than even a crew neck is going to run. And we don't want to roll out something that a lot of people can't afford. I necessarily can't even afford on a daily basis an extra $40 or $45 that we're going to have to charge for a hoodie. So crew necks should probably come in at a pretty reasonable number. T-shirts, we'll hit a few more of those. Koozies, we're looking at making more. We've talked about rolling out maybe some flags. If you'd like to think about a flag, let us know in the comments. Something to put up at your tailgate, something to hang in your garage, your man cave, just an Iowa Boys chatter.
Your woman cave.
Yeah, your she shed, whatever you want, wherever you want to hang it. If they shed, she shed, whatever shed you got.
Yeah.
We got a flag for it.
If you got a room and space on your wall and you want to hang a flag, we'll get a flag.
Yeah, if you're a college student and you can't afford curtains, but you can buy our flag, flags make great curtains.
Yeah, we'll look into blacking them out.
Did you got something to add, Way?
What color are you making except gray?
What colors are we going to make except gray?
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
A great question.
I think our T-shirts will continue to be gray for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Our crew necks, we actually, after we get off of this podcast, we have a marketing meeting, and we're going to actually discuss over some dinner at the meeting what color our crew necks should be. What colors would you like to see? Now, we're thinking fall colors. So we're thinking a little bit darker, maybe a little bit something like some color of trees in the fall. You know how the fall leaves change colors?
Like dark green.
A dark green?
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe like a dark orange or something.
Meeting.
Yeah. We'll bring that up. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
I like
Thank you for being a guest, buddy. You've been a great guest.
Yeah, we'd like to thank our third guest ever.
Mm-hmm. You killed it.
My baby, call sign Dimps. You actually absolutely crushed this podcast.
Yeah.
We thank you for hanging out with us so much.
You're welcome.
Any final thoughts for the people? That means this is the last thing you're going to say. Anything you want everybody to know that's appropriate.
I'm really happy that it's just one game that Kirk Ferris is missing, not two.
Yeah.
Yep, I like your recap on that. I'd like to say that I'm really happy that you're my baby.
I'm happy that you're my dad.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up now.
Okay.
Should we get off of here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate the support. We appreciate you, Dimps, coming on, giving the people some keen words of wisdom. Couple updates on back to school.
We'll bring you on for another hockey segment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know you're hockey.
Yeah.
You're a hockey
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks to our sponsor, The Loose Chain. Without The Loose Chain, none of this is possible. Without you guys listening on whatever platform you're choosing to listen, none of this is possible. This is, like we said from the jump, just something that we wanted to do for fun. We're having a blast. The t-shirt sold out super quick. We appreciate everything you guys do. Any other final thoughts?
No, just thank you, guys. It's been a great week. Sold out of shirts.
Yeah, it's been a great week, man. All right, that's all we got for you. Iowa Boys Chatter, out.
See you guys later.
Oh.
I got to pee so bad.
I could tell you how to look like you were like, we
I
need
was
to kind
about
of
to
get
say
done
the
here.
same thing.